Hi, Beardos. Joe here, and we can't come to the phone right now because, well, we don't want to. So, leave us a message right here, and we will listen to it as soon as we feel like it. Bye!
Hey guys, this is Bryce from Ohio. Just want to say I love you guys' podcast, and I'm super proud of all the progress you guys have been making with the Patreon. Can't wait for the merch to drop. So excited for that one. And so proud of you guys for working on all your personal goals. The sponsorships, that's amazing. I just can't wait to see where you guys go. I love the podcast. Love you guys. Bye.
You've reached the Beards and Sundries podcast, where things get gay and hilarious. You've made it past seasons 1, 2, and 3. Now you've reached season 4, the hottest season yet. This season's gonna be the tits. Now, sit down, strap on, in, and get ready to laugh your asses off with your 3 bearded hosts because they've been waiting all week to get you hot for this show. Now, welcome your hosts, Jay, Anthony, and Joe.
And welcome back.
Hello, dears.
Hello.
Welcome back to season 4, episode 18 of Beards and Sundries.
Oh, goodness. I'm so glad we're back.
We're legal for the 4th time.
And I only have 7 more episodes that I have to do that stupid fucking voice in.
You know, I think it's getting weaker, so.
I know.
I know, I'm sorry. I went so hard early in the season, and now what am I left with?
Hard.
It's okay, they like it when you go hard. But, you guys, that means it's time for another lunch break here at Beards and Sundries, the shop where 3 gay men with beards do inventory on a new sundry in each episode.
My name is Jay, and does anyone want to come get on their hands and knees in my house? Because I kind of need a cleaner.
We know.
We're gonna get so many emails about that.
Yay! And voicemails. We only have 2 left.
I'm Anthony, and if you shave my face and head, you'll discover that I'm actually Mr. Clean himself.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
that's
terrifying.
disturbing.
I got the earring on.
Get out of my house, you weirdo!
Yeah, he's got one earring on. I think he might be a
Oh, I got the other
homosexual.
one. No, see? You just can't ever see the other one.
Well, then you're just double gay. And I'm Joe, and corgi hair can be troublesome, but our other dog, Finster, is part Pyrenees and part Labrador, so our vacuum cleaner gets more of a workout than we do. But all of that means that today's sundry item is housework. Thanks, Beardo Todd, for the suggestion. Beardos, if you have a room, an apartment, or you're a complete slave to the American nightmare and own a house, you know all too well the joys of maintaining it. Laundry, cleaning, yard work, fixing things, we're going to bitch about all of it today. After the break, we'll debunk some common myths about chores, and hopefully some helpful tips for all of you. But before we break out our sticky buddy and get to work, how about this week's voicemail?
Wow!
Yes!
I love that voicemail! Ooh, precious food!
I was telling Anthony before we started, I was like, I'm going to get Jay so good with this intro.
I love it.
Precious food. Oh. Well, anyways, to the voicemail. Thank you,
About the
Bryce.
voicemail, that was like the sweetest voicemail. It was like our supportive mom, but also the Gen
It
Z.
was really
So it's like,
nice.
it's kind of like we're getting old and our little caretaker's like, oh, hello, old man.
He's
You
so
want
much
some
nicer than the 3 of us.
You want some
Jesus,
soup?
I know. I would like some soup, though. I do. I want soup.
And he gets in the car and he can't find the road because it's raining!
Well, thank you, Bryce. We've been making quite a bit of progress lately, and I feel like we're pushing for more. and we want to do more and provide you guys with things like merch and Patreon and get those things rolling for you. And, it turns out that having personal lives and work and this takes some effort.
Yay!
It is a little demanding, but at least this one's worth it.
I'm about one text away from telling everybody that I am a vegetable and cannot speak to them anymore, and I'll see them next month.
Yeah, I'm getting real close to 2007 Britney.
Yesterday, I had to mute text groups because I was like, I can't right now. I can't. I got a lot going on in my mind.
Oh, what's that like?
It's wonderful. It's been a busy week.
It's not been as busy for me, but it will be tomorrow and Friday.
Mine just got lighter because I took off Thursday, Friday this week and Monday of next because I have to burn vacation so I don't forfeit it.
What are you doing? Are you doing anything fun?
Nothing that exciting. I have doctor's appointments and basically all the stuff that I've been missing
Doctor's
throughout the week
appointments.
doing. I have 4 phone calls I have to make tomorrow to deal with the dog, the car.
That was literally me the end of last week. I had an oil change and a dentist appointment on Thursday, and then on Friday I had a doctor's appointment. I got those in the wrong direction, but anyway, I had all of that, and then the dentist was like, "Oh, you need to do a deep cleaning. You haven't had one since 2019. We'll schedule you to come back." And I was like, "Great." And then so I'm going back this Tuesday for a deep cleaning, so I'm sure that's going to be awesome.
Real quick, they're not sponsoring us, but maybe we should because I will talk about this quite a bit now. I skipped the dentist for several years. And when I went in, they asked me what I was doing because I hardly needed a cleaning. And what it is I have the Oral-B electric toothbrush with the flossing head. And those fuckers work. Mm-hmm. I'm always complimented on my teeth by the dentist now.
So before, I've had so much dental work done, and I know this is not the subject of the episode, and I promise to get back onto it, but I had really bad depth measurements as I was going through my dental work, and at some point they had gotten so good that the lady who was doing my cleaning took my measurements and then took them all one more time to make sure she wasn't seeing things.
I hate when they do that. I'm like, get out of my gums.
I mean, it was fine. I was excited. I was like, hell yeah, I got healthy gums, bitch. That's brushing and flossing, baby.
On my very last implant, which is the very back, and my dentist told me, he said that is the one that fails the most. And so he went extra, extra further down because people lose 1 to 3 centimeters of bone in their mouth. And I actually gained a centimeter, and he's just like, I've never had that happen. I don't get it. And so I was in the dentist chair.
I usually gain inches in my mouth. It's usually when I make out with a hot dog.
I was literally in the dentist chair for 3 hours so he could find the implant to put the temp in and all that stuff. And then after it was over, I was just like, oh my God, even as a gay man, I have never sat in a chair with my mouth open for 3 hours. And he was like, what?
You said that?
Yes, I don't give a shit.
He was in the chair for 3 hours. He can say whatever the hell he wants.
I could say whatever the fuck I want. He offered me a real cookie, too. And I was like, hey, you just want me back for more business.
I can see that happening, too.
My dentist is gay, so I like to make jokes whenever he puts his hand in my mouth.
My dentist is not gay, but he is attractive.
You guys, do you think you can find the Mr. Clean Magic erasers in the sundries aisle?
You can, and I wish they worked for more than just countertops because I wish I could use them on my life. But if you guys are new to the show and you're wondering just what the hell a sundry is, the term comes from an old English word meaning odds and ends. Now, today, it's used mainly in retail as a way to group together items that don't typically have a group of their own. So, as 3 men who are on all fours, just like Jay, ready to get to work, also with beards, we are using the term to group together the wide range of topics that we cover.
I feel like there should be a bingo square for Joe forgets to put beards in the intro, because or just
does it happen that
misses
often?
part. No, not really. But it was a near miss there. It was just tacked on almost.
I'll put the board up behind me that says how many days since our last near miss.
It was weird phrasing it, so I just kind of did tack it on there at the end.
It's fair. No, it's okay. For as many times as I forgot sundries last season, you get to have a few of those.
That is weird how well you've done this season compared to last. Did you have a reset in between season 3 and 4?
He doesn't want the bingo card to get filled up.
I think
Don't worry, I'm behind on it right now still.
so. Childhood
Add that to my
trauma
chores
would
this weekend.
dictate that if you give me a hard enough time about something, that I'm going to always remember to do it because I feel like I just.
There's one thing Anthony likes. It's a hard time.
And if you joke about it, like just in general, and I'm a little bit self-conscious about it, I'm gonna look into it and I'm gonna change it.
Oh,
know,
I will
I'm
latch
sorry.
onto that like
God.
fat kid on candy. It's all I'll think about.
If you comment on my clothing in some way, like it's not that fashionable or something, like ha 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 ha, like I don't mean it. I'm just like ha 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 ha. And I'm,
burning
like,
the shirt
online.
as I'm wearing it.
I'm like ordering online.
I
I'm purging
had-
my closet because I'm just like, they're right. I have been worried about this, and now like somebody called it out. They said it's a joke, but it's real.
Which purging your closets is a fun cleaning thing to do.
I'm still doing it.
There's
I'm
even
in the midst
more
of it
room
again.
after you get out of there.
No.
So we actually purged our main hall. Whoa!
Did you just blow
Red
up?
sauce from the pizza. Oh my god!
I brought home a Costco pizza.
Hey, nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. Do you need some Pepto-Bismol?
Yay, cherry Pepto.
Hey, Kirkland antacid.
After my Kirkland pizza with my
That's
Kirkland
right.
glass of wine.
Listen, capitalism has me by its like fucking claws in a couple of different ways, but this
They
is
really have
Yeah.
my balls in a salad shooter, I'll tell you that.
yeah. Although to be fair, so tonight, Jody, I'm drinking wine, so there's no ice in the glass, so you can hear me swishing it
Oh,
around.
how nice. But,
I also have water with ice in it.
oh yeah, you hear that? You like that? Yeah.
Jody, also
Clink,
text me
clink,
this week
clink.
about this, but I need you to remind me why you're texting me this time, because last time I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't remember.
Heard you were coming for one of these balls. Come try.
Not mine, please. God, I can't afford to lose another.
You can't expect Jay to remember things, Jody.
No,
okay?
God,
don't.
no.
No.
Okay, first of all, we record on a Wednesday, and if I'm being texted on a Monday, post a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, where I've probably had wine every one of those nights, no. I don't maintain a good memory for that.
Yeah, Jay does a lot of our social media things. He does a lot of stuff on the back end that we don't know how to do, but Anthony and I do mainly the bulk of the editing. So after this session is over, Jay's like, bye-bye, and then we'll see you next Wednesday.
100%.
He's like,
They'll,
I can't wait till this comes out on Sunday. It's going to look great.
Yeah, it's a surprise to me. The episode is always a surprise. I
It's a
hardly
surprise
ever
to me,
remember
too.
what we talk about. And then, yeah, like you guys will make jokes about stuff we talked about, and I'm like, ha ha ha, I don't remember.
People will bring up parts of the episode to me, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm sure that happened. But anyways, yeah, recently we cleaned out our hall closet of clutter, and we're getting ready to like do a garage sale at some
We've
point
been getting
soon.
ready to do a garage sale for 4 years, but we're going to do it.
Yeah, it seems about
We're going to do it.
Hey, I've been organizing stuff into bins. I've been putting them in the garage. Like, I've been actively doing it. And we have tried to schedule it, and it has rained every fucking weekend.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun. It tornadoed last weekend.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to schedule
my
a fucking
God.
garage sale when there are tornadoes.
We just keep having like tornadoes in Oklahoma.
The footage from those storms in Sulphur and Marietta, oh my God.
Yeah, guys,
I've been
if you
thinking
have
about
not-
them.
If you have not seen the video of, well, first of all, if you haven't seen the video of like the Dollar Tree warehouse in Oklahoma on I-35, it's pretty close to the Texas border. If you have not seen that being demolished by a tornado, it's wild. And then I sent
Yeah.
you guys that video this morning of that like truck of guys that caught
Yeah.
the actual tornado hitting it, and they were just barely missing it on the highway. And that ended up being an EF4. That's like massive, like strong.
Yeah.
And then Sulphur, that town got destroyed.
Wasn't
Well-
an EF4 what almost took out Aunt Meg?
I think. Because the
No.
F5 was the one they finally chased at the end, right?
we can't
Oh!
talk about Twister again. We
That's
had an
right.
episode about this.
I think it was a really big one, but it wasn't an EF5, and then it ended up being no, because they said they think it's an EF. Well, back then it was just F5.
We went the entire
fuck
month
it,
of
let's go
April
on.
without talking about tornadoes, Anthony. We got to do a quick little segment.
Oh, well,
it's
I mean,
May now.
Just a little one.
It's gonna be
Also-
May.
Did you notice how I announced your score last week, Joe, on the game?
8.
8! I really tried so hard to find like a GIF or a sound clip of that somewhere, and
Good luck. You'll have to make
to
your own.
say
I was
that
like, if you ever
Twister is
need that, I can make it for you.
underrepresented in the mixed media space on the web is an understatement. And I could make it myself too, but it was kind of a last second thing that I thought about.
I just got a really good idea, so thank you.
You just got to rage.
All right, so now we're up to
Also that.
the Hot Chick, Mean Girls, Twister, Mommy Dearest. What else are we adding to our watch list when we get together next?
Oh God!
Oh, my
We have
God.
too many things to watch.
Too many.
I
Ships
still can't believe
ahoy.
you haven't seen Mommy Dearest. Ships ahoy.
What are you doing after the show, Toots?
Puss.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. What are you doing
How
after
could
the
you
show,
forget
Puss?
Puss? What are you doing
Did
after the
Jay
show,
just
Puss?
correct Anthony on a movie?
I
And
just
he was
corrected. Yeah, for once. I mean, guys,
Wow.
write it down.
I'm not entirely surprised by this because Ships Ahoy is, I swear, Jay wrote, directed, and starred in all the roles in the film Ships Ahoy.
He's a time traveler. He's a vampire.
It was the 1940s, I'm sure, and that was my prime time in film
Yeah. Yeah. I believe
as a
it.
female actress, of course,
Yep.
because I
My
had the
favorite
gams.
faux pas you had on that one episode where we talked about Rob Schneider is when you just randomly said, the one thing I hate about
Pauly
Pauly Shore,
Shore.
and Anthony were just both
Pauly
like, what the
Shore.
fuck is he talking about?
I'm sorry. I was even laughing about that when I listened to the episode because I'm like, I really did just like space out and go, oh, what about Pauly Shore? I didn't actually express that I had comments about Pauly Shore and we should talk about that really quick. I just went
You
into
said it, and I was listening in the car, and I was like, it's me, Biodome.
Oh,
God.
God. But
That,
moving back
anyways.
to the topic that we're supposed to be talking about for this
Sorry.
episode, bitches.
I'm behind on my chores because I've been busy, speaking of.
I feel like we're never done doing laundry.
No,
We're just
it's
never
always
done.
there. Just
There's always laundry.
Always laundry and always dishes. Always.
Oh my god. Okay,
So,
so real quick, Anthony is a wonderful, tremendous cook. He can really do it up in the kitchen. But one homemade meal, and that sink is full of every dish in the entire house.
I've been doing better.
You
You
have.
have to admit, I have been doing better about cleaning as I go.
I gotta admit, when you texted me and you're like, this might be lazy, but do you want to do Costco pizza? And I was like, I can hear the dishwasher being like, oh, thank God.
I came home and I saw the dishes in the sink and I walked the dogs and some other various things I got into between then and now. And just at some point I was like, I don't want to fucking cook. I know that I should, like, I enjoy cooking. It's my love language, but like, I just didn't feel like it. And so I was like, you know what? Costco pizza. It's $10.
And Anthony ran to the liquor store real quick because we were out, and I was like, it would be awful if you went to Mazio's,
for ranch.
and got some ranch. Now, Beardos, let me set the stage for you a little bit here if you're not from our area. Mazio's, whatever you want to say, is a pizza chain that is a local franchise. They're like, what, tri-state area?
Didn't they stem
like, I have
from
no
Ken's
clue.
Pizza?
I think
Isn't
so.
that how they originally started?
But they have this ranch dressing that is legendary. It's like thick. What's the formula? It's like sour cream
I don't
and
know.
ranch
it's
seasoning.
ranch with extra ranch. Aren't we supposed to be
Basically,
talking about house
it's ranch on
cleaning?
ranch. Yes.
Yeah, but it's food, and everyone loves when we go into food.
exactly. I'm giving the bearders what they want, which is Mazio's ranch. But it's so good.
Tits and ass. I mean, food.
It comes in like a 16-ounce container, and it's that thick ranch that clings to things, so it's perfect for dipping pizza in.
It's really good. Like it's just like they took ranch and they put more ranch in there.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
like if Exhibit stole your ranch and brought it back to you with more ranch.
Pip my ranch.
I have a question.
Exactly.
Mazio
Jay
Ranch?
has a question.
or Wingstop Ranch?
Mazio's.
Mazio's,
Really?
yeah.
Mazio's every time. It's its own brand of delicious. I like Wingstop Ranch, but like, have you had Mazio's Ranch, Jay?
It's probably been too long that I definitely don't
Been a
remember
while.
it.
Okay.
I don't remember the last time I've had Mazio's.
Maybe we should do a comparison. Maybe that's the episode we really need to do when we visit is just us eating.
We could open season 5 with our like pizza battle.
Listen, people love mukbangs, and I like eating, so it's a win-win.
Or we could
And I'll take my heartburn pill beforehand.
Yeah.
and I'll continue my prescription as I always take.
Now, moving back into house cleaning, Beardos, if you have ranch in a dipping cup, or a ramekin, if you want to say the right term, and you put it in the sink, it's generally wise to put water in it. That way it doesn't coagulate and get hard.
Joe,
Actually, fun fact, they're not called ramekins in Oklahoma.
Is that the court's
they're called
ruling?
Deals.
I think that is the court's ruling.
I'm pretty
Now,
sure that
what
is
did
the
you just
court's
say,
ruling.
Anthony? Sorry.
In Oklahoma, they're not called ramekins. They're called deals. You don't get a ramekin of ranch, you get a deal of ranch.
Oh my God.
Oh,
when
I
I,
get what you're
moved
saying.
here, when I moved to Oklahoma from West Virginia, I was like, okay, it's just a lateral thing because we both suck. But I was working at Red Lobster at the time, and I was working with some of my first days, and people would ask for a deal of ranch or a deal of sauce. And I was like, what the fuck is a deal? And they meant a side, which is what we would call it. You know, back in West Virginia, we wouldn't say ramekin either. That's way too fancy. But they'd say like a side order or a side of this. What the? A deal? What?
Yeah, let me get a couple of
I
deals
still
of
don't get
ranch.
it.
You guys don't order
Still don't get
things of ranch?
No, I order deals of
That
ranch.
even makes more sense to me. What the fuck
Can I
is
have
a
thing of
deal?
ranch?
That almost sounds wrong. I don't-
It's like the same
I don't know why
concept as
deal is
flip flops
right,
and
but deal is
thongs.
right.
My brain's just like,
A thong
Which-
is underwear.
And I also underestimated how popular ranch dressing is here in Oklahoma because they put that shit on everything, rightfully so. But we had a regional come visit our Red Lobster one time, and she was like, "Why are you guys putting ramekins?" She said ramekin. She was like, "Why are you guys putting ramekins of ranch with the mozzarella sticks? They're only supposed to get marinara sauce." And I had an order come up, and I said, "Okay, so and so, will you take this out for me real quick?" And she was like, "Yeah, no problem." She comes back 30 seconds later, empty-handed, grabs a little deal, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And she said, "They asked for ranch." And I said, "Oh, did they now?" Every table, they wanted ranch with their mozzarella sticks.
Oklahomans are nothing if not predictable.
Yeah, exactly.
I like either one, like ranch or the
I'm a
red
marinara
sauce.
boy,
Marinara,
I
sorry,
gotta tell ya.
blanked out.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, they're both great.
But I'm also like weird Oklahoman. I don't usually go for a lot of Oklahoma things.
Like calf fry.
Ugh. I would eat bull testicles, but
You
I
already
don't want to
do.
go to calf fry for it. Oh yeah, well I've got bull testicles.
Jay says, "I'm not really that hungry. I'll just get the one piece."
That's well, Anthony, 'tis the season for castration, so get ready.
What? There's no
Tis?
season for castration.
Tis?
What are you talking
Gotta get those high notes in choir. Take them off, Doc.
I was gonna say, hey Joe, do you guys need a new tenor one?
Yeah, there's only one right now. But oh my god, real quick, that Family Guy cutaway where it's the principal and he's on the beach and he's like, "Mucho tension, lower, lower, on top of a
On top I love that one.
Oh my
So
god.
anyways, house cleaning is terrible, and we've talked about anything but house cleaning this entire fucking episode.
So this episode
Well,
actually
what's a chore you want to
represents-
talk about, and we'll discuss it.
I was like, this actually represents my house cleaning style, where it's like, I need to dust. Dusting is important, and then I get like a third of the way through the living room, and I'm like, what else do I want to
should
do?
put this
And then
away.
I'm like, this piano needs tuned, so I like will stop dusting so I can tune the full piano. And then in the middle of it, I'll be,
rearrange my office again.
and then in the middle of it, I'll be like, I think I forgot to change the filters in that fridge. And then all of a sudden, I'm cleaning the fridge as I'm trying to change a filter. So yeah.
Oh my god,
I-
the fridge.
Loathe cleaning the fridge, like the actual
It's my worst.
cleaning of the fridge. I don't mind taking stuff out of it, but it's the cleaning of like
And-
the shelves and stuff.
Do you know what pisses me off the most? I will clean the fridge. I will Clorox it down. It smells clean. I put everything back in it. Next day, something fucking spilled. Something broke. It didn't just get on the shelf. It ran down the back all the way into the bottom.
God.
And I'm like,
Yes.
why did this jar of cherries suddenly not have a seal? And so now it's sticky cherry juice.
I think we're most guilty of getting veggies and putting them in the crisper trays.
Yeah.
And then like coming back.
I buy a
over and
bag
be
of
like,
salad mix and I'm like, all right, here you go to die. I'll see you in a week and a half.
we have 2 bags of salad mix in the fridge, and I've been meaning to make them all week. And I'm just like, Joe, can you take them back to Costco and exchange them for a fresh one?
Well, and then there's
Oh, I
nothing.
can.
There's also nothing worse than like getting a veggie tray or something, and then midweek you're just like, oh my god, the fridge smells like ass, and it's because the broccoli suddenly just went
Yeah.
Ooh,
in my
I do
fridge.
love broccoli though. Food.
So I bought the stuff to make ramen recently because I love making ramen. It's so tasty. but it
Recently?
was- sort of recently.
We
I
have
bought
this
the stuff-
spare fridge in our laundry room that I like to call the void,
was,
which
yeah.
is where if you don't actively think about what's in there, goodbye. See you next year.
There's stuff in there that has been in there for I don't even know how long.
That's actually why. It's why I forced myself to get rid of my chest freezer in my garage, is because I would open it and I'd be like, oh yeah, I have a 30-pound ham in here from 2019.
If you try to make me get rid of my chest freezer, I'll fucking stab you.
I'm not storing enough food in my
frozen
house.
stuff.
I'm not storing
Yeah,
enough food
that's
here,
true.
so it's just a waste for me.
There's too much in there that I use frequently.
It's where you store your dildos.
I like it cold.
No, but funny you ask, Jay. It's very popular to keep your poppers in the freezer to keep them fresh.
Oh yeah,
Which is where our poppers live.
And sorry, Mom, I don't mean jalapeno poppers.
But we do have those as well. No, we don't. I wish we did though.
they're right next to the regular poppers. So, what's your least favorite chore?
Anything outdoors.
I'd have to agree. It's hot. It's May. We missed a lot of opportunities in April where it was nice out to do yard work, but it was so nice that we just wanted to be outside. So we just like went
Well,
other
we didn't
places.
really need to do yard work for
No,
several
not
weeks.
really.
And
And then all the
did.
rain happened, and everything has overgrown so fast. I think we have poison oak on the back deck right now, so I'm just like, fuck.
I've got to put on some stuff and clear it off. Luckily, everything else in the backyard is cleared out now. But I went to go replace those lights yesterday, and I was like, fuck, it's either poison oak or poison ivy, and I can't tell which because
Yeah.
the leaves are. I think it's poison ivy because it's got the not narrower, but like the spiky end leaves and not like the flayed out. You know
weed.
what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. I know what weed looks like, and it's definitely not weed.
And then just basically like home maintenance things. Like, so we've been in our house for 11 years now, and we recently had to replace our water heater because it went out. That was a journey, but we did it ourselves and saved a lot of money. So if you guys need help with that, we can guide you in the right direction. But like, the roof was new when we got the house, so I'm just like hoping we can get out of here before we have to replace it. The gutters are hanging on by a thread. The back deck, I'm like hoping it doesn't rot out from underneath us. There's just a couple of like maintenance things that I don't want to tackle because it's just so overwhelming to think about.
The deck isn't rotting, but there are a couple of boards that we sealed them, but like I guess they didn't seal properly, so now they're bowed up. Not bad enough that you can't walk on them, but like it's just I don't know. It's not visually appealing.
Yeah, I just don't really like. When we bought this house, it was so pretty on the backyard because it was like meticulously landscaped and there was like pathways and gardens, and we were like, ooh, this is nice. And then we realized, oh, now we have to do this. Fuck.
Neither of us realize what that like entails.
Yeah.
It was funny because, like, the previous homeowner, she was like, oh, yeah, just different things will pop up back there through different seasons. And I was like, oh, cool. So I can just expect my garden to do its own thing.
No,
No.
it did,
No,
just not
it
the right
did.
thing.
It did a whole lot. A whole lot.
I do
Anyways,
enjoy our
so-
Japanese maple that we have back there. It is pretty.
Yes. And I don't mind yard work. I hate the heat. I think that's what makes it my least favorite thing.
Yeah, it's so hot here
What about you,
already.
Jay? What's your least
See, it's
favorite
funny.
household thing?
I actually enjoy the maintenance and outside work, even hot. I still enjoy like mowing the lawn and all a little bit more than dusting.
Ugh.
I hate.
See, I would hate
Dusting.
dusting. I just don't do it.
I just don't do it. I rarely, if ever, dust.
I
And
will.
we have 2 dogs, so we definitely need to do it often. And
I will use the vacuum hose and just do that and be like, that's dusted off. Yay.
I have like 4 different things for dusting, and I use them. I hate it how I'll do it, and I'll be like, oh, thank God, that's done finally. And then I'll like look down. I don't know. It's really like
Because
3
there's
weeks
so many
later.
fucking surfaces.
But yeah, and then all of a sudden I'll be
Nobody
like,
ever told me when I was a kid that I'd have so many goddamn surfaces to worry about.
yeah, like why do
Yep.
I have so much shit to dust? And then the ceiling fans, like you turn them off and you look up and you're like, well, fuck.
Here's a fun life hack for that, Jay. Don't ever turn them off.
Never turn them off.
So I used to.
I'm pretty
not.
sure that our bedroom ceiling fan has not been switched off in 7 years.
When did we replace it?
Oh yeah, that's true. We did replace it.
Yeah.
Then.
Whenever we replaced it.
Yeah. And
used to
so
leave
yeah, instead of dusting it, just
We
replace
just
it.
got a new one. We just got a new fan.
I get it. I'm just like, well, my car's dirty. Probably should trade it in. But I used to always leave my fan running until like one time the electricity would go out and you'd look up and be like, well, shit, I need to dust. But then one of my friends told me a story about how his sister's house burnt down because she left her fan running all the time and it shorted out and burned her house down. And then suddenly I was like, technically it's only there to cool me down when I'm in the house. So maybe it would be good if I
Go
start.
ahead and still leave it on.
Yeah.
I know. In my head, I'm like, but my house is insured. Why wouldn't I just leave it on?
For more than it's worth.
Well, and then speaking of
Reggie.
house fires,
I know, that's the one.
I have that same thought every time we have the Christmas tree up during the holidays. I'm like, oh my God, don't leave it on overnight. Don't leave it on when you leave the house. It's going to burn
that's
the
why we
house
have that
down.
switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, it's the whole. That's why I don't run the dryer when we're not at home because I'm so afraid of like
same.
a dryer fire.
Um,
I'm
you
so terrified of a dryer fire.
It's really cheap on Amazon. Excuse me. Really cheap on Amazon, but you can buy an attachment that just like loops around the hose on your vacuum and it goes in there.
Yeah.
And I did it the other day, a few weeks ago, and
Was there a
I'm
lot?
actually really impressed with how much wasn't in mine.
Okay, because
I
I've
have
been
not done
wanting to
that
go
in
that route
11
too.
years.
Yeah, we haven't ever done it here, and I'm like really worried
And
about it.
so I went all directions in it, and then I even went outside through the hose, and I feel pretty good about it now. I'm impressed.
That's
But
good.
I actually want to go back to the topic of your Christmas tree regarding chores.
Okay.
I have a Martha Stewart Christmas tree, and it has glitter on it. I loved it because it was on sale, and it's 9 foot tall, and it was my first big Christmas tree. But oh my God, I will find glitter all year from that thing, no matter how hard I clean it.
Yep.
It's such a fucking nightmare to clean up that glitter after you put it away and after you put it out. It's insane how much it leaves.
It makes me wonder if glitter is just unlimited. Like, it just exists in an
It
unlimited form
reproduces.
because you never get rid of
It's like Easter grass.
It's like
Yeah.
sand from the beach. Sand from the beach and glitter.
Yes.
It just reproduces.
Yep.
Yep.
You can never get rid of all of it. Ever. I still have sand in my ass from that one time I had sex on the beach.
And not the drink.
I know. It was like 2008. We're going
Ooh,
on so many
Jesus.
years.
That was
Well, and
that was
then-
recession sand too.
Oh, God,
And-
I know.
We've had our Christmas tree for what, Anthony? Like almost the entire time we lived here. But
Basically, yeah.
Christmas trees are so expensive. Like the pre-lit artificial ones, they are
Yes.
a total racket.
I mean, my Martha Stewart was on sale, and I think it was still $300 and some, almost $400 years ago.
Oh my god!
But the reason I chose it is because the reviews said that they last a while. And then also, this tree's one of those type that you don't have to find the cords to plug it together when you're putting the sections together. You literally just drop it in, and in the pole, it auto lights up, and it's just so nice.
Oh, okay. That's
My
cool.
grandma has one like that, and it's super nice.
Doesn't her spin too?
No, her doesn't spin, but
Okay.
it is very much like the power is connected through like the middle connection, so you,
Like
when you plug it
connections.
in. Yeah,
And if you can ever get a Christmas
really
tree like
smart.
that, it's so worth it. I did not realize
Yeah.
the difference it makes, but it's so worth it.
it's just so much easier, and you don't have to think about it.
Taking it down, putting it up is just so much easier. I mean, still like flocking the stems on it's still a fucking nightmare, but because now you
I
have
like
9
doing
feet
that.
of tree
Terrible
to do it.
first world problems.
I put up the tree, and then Joe gets all nitpicky about it, and then he gets home and he does the things, and I'm like, "Yay, Joe's
You
doing
can
the hard part."
You can always see where I started, like at the bottom. I'm like, look how fluffy this is, and by the top, I'm like, God fucking damn it! And it's just kind of like shoved up there. And yeah. Sorry, I'm knocking shit off my desk of clutter over here, where I'm like collecting stuff to figure out what to do with it right now.
So speaking of clutter, that's another big issue we're having in the house right now. Is just we have 11 years worth of shit that we've just
Gotta get rid of
part of it's stuff that we brought from our previous residence to this house and just never got rid of and just shoved in closets, which that's why we cleaned out the hall closet. But there's everywhere I look, it's just like the bathroom counters. There's a pile of stuff over here that doesn't really need to be in the bathroom, or on the kitchen counter. Everyone has that part of their kitchen counter where it just collects odds and ends that aren't in the junk drawer. You know what I'm talking about? Like mail, keys, wallet, but then like, I don't know, fucking chapstick, spare change,
Extra
more
credit
mail,
cards that
like
I don't even
everything.
use, expired cards.
God, I'm
There's
just
a
looking at them
bowl
like,
that's just like pins. I do love how I'll organize my cabinets, especially my my pantry. I'll make it so pretty. It's organized. It's perfect. First thing I put in there is like, and then a week later, it looks like garbage. My poor
because
boyfriend.
you're one of
is
those
like,
psychopaths that has a side-by-side refrigerator.
I hate it.
I have never liked a side-by-side fridge. I don't understand the appeal. I don't get it. Like, you don't have room for anything. And the
So
freezer
here's the
just
deal.
seems like a nightmare.
When I bought this house, me and my ex had a refrigerator. It was older, and 2 months after we bought the house, it died. So we're like, well, we got to go buy a refrigerator. We don't really have a lot of money right now, so we'll just go buy something. And this one was on a good sale, so we got it. And every day of my life since then, I've been like, I'm ready to trade this in for something new, but my heart can't go, let's just get rid of this useless fridge and buy another one.
Search up TVs for less, Jay. I think they have one in Oklahoma City. It's where we got our dishwasher and our oven, and we saved so much money.
Search up George and Anthony's house,
Oh,
and let's just go steal it.
I know a place
Oh.
in San Antonio.
George and Anthony, I'm going to come stay, and I'm going to borrow my friend's truck, and definitely don't feel like this is suspicious in any way.
I get really loud and clattery at night. I sound like a bunch of people trying to move a fridge at night.
It's my
But
sleepwalking.
it's just
Just
me
ignore
tossing
it.
and turning. Yeah, it's my my CPAP gets crazy. It's so loud.
Sometimes I can't sleep. My mind's a little busy, so I shift appliances around. Just don't be
worry
alarmed.
about it. It's so normal.
I'm cleaning behind the fridge. There we go.
Well, I know that was a lot of information and kind of a jumbled mess of a topic discussion this week, Beardos, kind of like our kitchen counters. But do you guys think it's time for a break?
Oh, I think it is time for a break.
I do. I'm out of wine.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk about some common household myths that you might be committing yourself.
Are you loving the episode? Have you ever thought about creating your own episode? You know, like having your own podcast. What are you waiting for? Get started at podup.com. We're one of the sponsors of this podcast, and we would love to sponsor yours someday as well. Starting is as easy as creating an account at podup.com today. PodUp has literally everything you need to run a full professional show. PodUp has over 35 different tools with AI integration to further help you succeed. Create a free starter account or get a paid account for 15% off with code BeardsandSundries15. So go check out podup.com. Or if you're wanting a podcast that's done for you, where you pay an agency to do all of the website, social media, and editing work, check out podallies.com. PodAllies is an agency run by the folks that literally built the PodUp podcasting software. Get started with them at podallies.com. Get 15% off when you sign up today for PodUp or PodAllies with code BeardsandSundries15. We can't wait to create with you and launch your podcast. Now, back to the show.
You're listening to Jay, Anthony, and Joe on the Beards and Sundries podcast, the podcast rated 5 out of 6 balls.
Anthony,
Jay, why have you been cleaning your ass with bleach this whole time?
I was actually going to ask you why. I heard a rumor that you keep secrets to dusting up your ass. Is that what's up there with the phone next to the potato?
I usually clean my ass with fresh ginger root.
I use ginger beer.
Ooh.
Sparkle.
That sounds delicious.
Right?
All right, Beardos. So now is the time in the show where we're going to talk about some common household myths and things that you may or may not be doing that are correct for your house.
You're using
the one
too
thing
much
that,
laundry detergent.
That
yes,
is actually
Anthony
a really
started
solid
off
one.
on a good foot.
I have been cutting back since.
So
You're
when
using too
I
much.
So when I was younger, I used to be under the assumption that a full cup would be like, oh, more clean. So that is false. A lot of machines and detergents now are using what's called high efficiency formula. So you're only supposed to use like maybe a couple tablespoons, maybe a half-inch worth of liquid in the cup, and it's actually harmful for your washing machine if you use more than that.
Yeah, actually, since that game, I have been cutting back on my detergent usage because I'm like, I don't need to use this much.
Yeah. They say it's for high efficiency detergents and machines, but basically all of them are nowadays.
Yeah,
so
it's hard.
unless you
Now
have
that
a
you say
really,
that-
really, really old washing machine, then you should be using high efficiency rules.
Look for the AG.
What episode did we have a game about cleaning myths? Because I remember that now.
I'm trying to remember what it was about. It was either about
Oh, it was home maintenance. Because didn't we
Yeah.
talk about Jay's air conditioner? Was it adulting?
my air conditioner was
it
the
might
very
be an
first
adulting thing.
episode.
Was it? Oh, yeah, because we came down to record and we almost didn't.
And it
Oh my god!
I was
the
getting
air
some
conditioner.
quote for
And then we tried to because we
$1,400 or
couldn't-
whatnot.
We couldn't figure out why people are recording in the same room next to each other, and we kept getting echo issues. And
And we got
still
on,
don't
and you
know
were
the
like, "What are we
formula.
going to talk about again?" And I was like, "I don't fucking know."
And then I talked about my air conditioner.
Jesus, was that
Aw.
almost 2 years
That
ago?
was July of 2022.
Damn. We've been doing this podcast for a minute.
Yeah, guys. We've done it for a while. Do you want to hear my myth?
Good for us. Yeah.
Yes,
I do.
please.
While I am guilty of this one all the time, if you have a robot vacuum in your house, it is not your main vacuum.
I know that's right.
You
their,
should
their
actually-
little reservoir tanks are small.
You should actually really still vacuum on a regular basis. It's just good maintenance, especially if you have a pet.
It's nice to get the dog hair out of the little corners.
It is.
It's
And speaking of vacuum cleaners, I cannot recommend Shark enough.
huge fucking shark
They are
fan.
wonderful vacuum cleaners.
Oh, yeah.
Huge fan.
Question:
Don't pay for
With the
Dyson.
pet hair attachment.
Overpriced
Oh my
bullshit.
god.
how many vacuums do you guys have?
One.
One.
Wait, two if you count our Roomba.
Okay.
Well, three if you count our shop vac in the garage.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a shop vac. I guess, yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. We have 3 vacuums.
I cannot tell you how much that thing saved my life when I was having to vacuum all the water out that leaked out of the hot water tank.
Yeah, that thing's
was a
handy.
lifesaver.
I just,
Yeah.
I don't understand why, but I know I'm not the only person because I've had this conversation, but for some reason, I have several vacuums. I literally have shop vac,
Do you have like a stick vacuum
robot vac.
and a hand
I
vac?
have 2 home vacs, which are both Shark, and then I have a Dyson cordless that my ex gave me years ago.
So at least you didn't have to pay for the Dyson.
Oh, thank
right.
That's true.
No,
Yeah.
but the battery went bad on it, and I had to replace that, and that's like buying a Dyson.
I would just buy another Shark.
Overpriced bullshit. Why
Yeah.
is Dyson so far up their ass? They're like Tesla.
It's-
Just buy a
it's not
Shark.
as-
Shark is far superior.
I've had great luck with Shark. I love technically 3
They're
of my Shark
wonderful.
vacuums.
I love our vacuum cleaner. God,
It's-
that was such a fucking old person thing to say. I love
I
my
know,
vacuum.
but
Shark vacuum cleaners are elite.
But like the reason why I have 5 is because one of them I couldn't get rid of. It's too handy for the car. The way it detaches, the tank and all comes
yeah.
off, and it like can even go under your bed flat and narrow spaces.
that's like our Shark
goes in the
does.
car.
It's a lift away. We
Yeah.
take the whole thing apart. I love it.
So my other Shark doesn't lift away like that. It lifts away differently. But what I love about it is the rollers on it. So I'm just like, well, I can't fucking get rid of you both.
Man, I've never thought about using our Shark for the cars, but then again, we have a car wash membership, so I don't really need to worry about it. But that's a good idea to use your Shark for like things in the garage and outside the house.
Oh yeah, I use it for the
because
car. all
ours
the
just
time.
lifts off of the wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a tank vacuum.
It's so handy for the car. I mean, I started using the shop vac more.
Shark, sponsor us.
But the shop vac the Shark vac just is so handy for the most random convenient things.
It really sinks its teeth in.
Oh my god! Shut the fuck up.
Side note, I went to grab food right before we recorded, and as I was leaving, I looked at a guy that had a shop vac. Jesus, I can't talk. And he was literally like vacuuming stuff in his yard.
What?
And I'm just like, what is happening? Is he on drugs?
Was he like watching gossip happen next door?
No.
He was using the screwdriver on the plant leaf.
Because I love those videos where like watching stuff happen next door and they're like mopping.
Yeah, when I saw him doing that, I absolutely looked around for drama.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was.
So I was like,
messy.
I'm gonna have to stop and like take my wheel off and change a tire just because.
Do you guys remember? And do you guys remember the Family Guy, or not Family Guy, the American Dad episode where Francine keeps like barging into Greg and Terry's house to like go sit in the hot tub because she and Stan are fighting, and then like Stan comes over there and they're having a fight, and like Greg and Terry are out there like. I think it's Greg. He's got like the screwdriver and he's screwing on like one of the leaves to the plant. And they're just doing things that are completely non-things just to like listening to the gossip. And I was like,
because they're us.
Yep, the gays are messy. We're messy.
We're messy.
Good for us. Well, while all of that is very interesting, do you guys think it's time for a commercial?
Hell yeah!
I sure do. Beardos,
Yeah.
submit your helpful tips for household chores and we will consider them. But it's time for commercial.
Also, submit your topic ideas.
Now, for a word from our sponsor, the Tornado Vacuum. It sucks.
All right, this notice has just been handed to me. We have a tornado warning. If you
That's right,
are
this is a
in the
tornado
vicinity
warning.
of this
Don't forget to clean
tornado
out your
warning,
couches
keep
and your
the
beds.
right
Get
now.
out of the way of it.
The next generation of vacuum is here.
The winds on this thing are phenomenal.
something made
It'll
right
just
now,
take
like
away
candle
anything.
vacuum.
It'll
Like
suck up
vacuuming, but that's pretty
everything.
cool.
You've never had a sucking this good.
I want you to pay attention. This is sucking up everything.
It's so powerful. It's picking up things I couldn't even imagine it would pick up.
And it's bagless. It's the all-new Tornado Vacuum. The most powerful vacuum you can buy today. So powerful, even storm chasers have been chasing our patent for years. With suction levels EF0 through EF5, you can stir up the storm for any mess. So consider this your tornado warning. To go out today and buy the all-new Tornado Vacuum at your local beers and sundries for only $100.
Hey guys, make sure you follow and subscribe to our podcast so you can receive a notification every Sunday when a new episode drops.
You know, my Shark vacuum usually cleans up the trash around my home, but if I need to clean up the trailer trash, I go with the Tornado Vacuum. I hated that joke. I had to make it.
That's
I'm so sorry.
awful.
I know.
Oh
I
my
don't know why.
God, that's
I'm
awful.
so sorry. I apologize. Beardos, I'm so sorry.
I just
don't
know
why.
that whenever I first tried
My
out
brain.
the tornado vacuum, it really blew me away.
My Aunt Meg recommends it.
Hey man, don't have a cow. We got cows.
What's still weird, though, is every time I use it, Helen Hunt comes around, and she's just trying to figure out everything about it.
I get Jodie Foster every time. And I'm like, you're not Helen Hunt. Get out of here. What did you say, Joe? I didn't hear it.
I said, okay, he didn't vacuum you only for your huge penis.
It's funny a second time.
The fucking diner scene when they're talking and he's like, he's still in love with you. And the girl behind the counter is like, I'm like, girl, shut the fuck up. But I'm like, oh, go on.
But she's us. Like, I would be the same way. I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yep.
I'm going to write a really long ticket now so I can hear more.
Oh my God. So moving on. Jay, do we have any
Please.
Beardo submitted sundries?
Yes.
Thank
please?
you.
Yes, we
I'm
do.
so sorry. You guys, before we move on, I gotta apologize for that joke I just made. I'm so sorry. You ever get one of those brain bugs, like the things that just like nags at you and your brain has to like get it out somehow? That was
I just call it anxiety. But yes.
That's why I scream so much.
yeah.
Ah!
Jesus Christ. Anyways, Beardo submitted sundries. Let us forget about this.
Well, Casey Becker, do we have any? Jay, do we have any Beardo submitted sundries?
Yes, we do. Our first one is from John from New York City. City. I will never not laugh.
Still
at that.
funny.
Hello, plastics. I hate to inform you, but you're all mean girls to me, and I'm Veronica. If you don't get the reference, go fuck yourselves gently with a chainsaw. It's interesting that you all ragged on the musical movie and did not mention that the movie is also based on the stage version, which premiered in Broadway in 2018. However,
How would he know that?
you neglected to mention Mean Girls 2, which starred Tim Meadows reprising his role of Principal Duval. He's the only actor in all three movies. Mean Girls 2 is truly trash. That's all I'll say about it. Anyway,
I was
Thank
going to
you.
say.
that's all I have to say for now. Oh, and now you're sponsored so you can pay me for those future jingles.
Nope.
We can, but we won't.
Sorry, everyone. You'll have to wait for me to make them.
We won't, but we have some Beardos in line that need jingles, so we'll hit you up soon. Thanks.
Do a shot-for-shot re-recording of your jingles, but with our own voices. You'd be like, Derek with a good beard, and then it will be copyrighted.
Oh.
This is similar to, but legally distinct from your jingle.
Next one is Bryce Check.
Right.
Hey guys, just started watching the episode on YouTube. So much better than just listening on Spotify.
Thank you.
I just realized I was only 1 year old when Mean Girls came out. Oh, that.
Oh.
I'm so tired of being here.
I'm just gonna
Hello,
kill
darkness, my old friend.
Definitely an amazing cult classic. I'm also happy that there is someone else in my life that has come across the obscure vinyl songs. You're welcome. They are hilarious. I've come across multiple of them. How did I not know that they were AI? Oh, you're so young and sweet. It's cute.
Oh. Sweet baby.
I'll attach the link to my favorite video with the My Arms Are Just Fucking Stuck Like This song.
Is it the one you sent us?
I did send that to you guys, which, guys, you should look it up for
The
sure.
AI one.
And Joe,
Joe showed it to
It
me.
scared me.
it's kind of weird. And Joe, I had book socks too. Oh, God, this rich kid.
Finally! Someone
Good
else! Besides me and Beardo Heather. Thank God.
What's his name? Bryce Bezos?
Just us on the yacht putting our book socks on our books. Oh, yes. The science textbook is finally for the classroom.
Oh, I'm getting ready for my secondary education.
Now I can't spell caviar on my books.
Oh, I've got to get this done now. I've got a rather rough round of polo later.
Is that my phone? Sorry.
Anyway,
Were they just a status symbol? I never realized that there were people that didn't know what they are. Can I join you and Heather up on the book sock pedestal? Yes. Fine.
Yeah,
clearly.
Yeah.
it's very vacant, apparently.
You guys enjoy it up there. It's very quiet. Not with Joe. Ha! No, I'm kidding.
It is.
I've also been working on expanding and strengthening my Spanish speaking skills. Shout out to Duolingo.
It's simple. Spanish or vanish.
I think-
that owl's going to get you.
Good lord.
I think Joe and I need a private lesson from Beardo Alex. Joe asked about Alex's last name, which made me want to give you guys my last name and see if you could pronounce it. My last name is, okay, are you ready? It's spelled Schlabach.
Schlabach.
Schlaba. Schleba.
It's either, I feel like it's either Schleba or Schlabach, but I feel like it's Schleba.
Because Johann Sebastian Bach. So
I
it's
want
like
to give it
Schlabach.
the ch sound at the end, the Schlebach.
He said, I'll
But-
give the answer of how to say it in a separate email, which I wouldn't read because I didn't want to ruin this. Hope you guys have an amazing week. Can't wait for the next episode. And I'm going to scroll down really quick to Bryce. My last name is pronounced Schleba. Baugh is the pronunciation. Look at us go.
Oh, we were close.
I'm just going to call you Schleba now. No, I'm kidding.
I'm going to call you Caddy.
Schleba.
Anyways.
Oh, that'd be a good sound clip. But, oh, no, he's already
I was like, we already have
Okay.
Bryce. We have so many names for you. We're just gonna have to make you a whole bunch of them. Anyways, P.S. Sorry for the long ass email. Never be sorry.
He was 1 year old when Mean Girls came out.
That hurt.
And I was 19.
I was 14.
I'm ready for the urn.
Guys, does your back hurt? My back hurts.
My back always hurts. We talked about this.
I know.
I used.
Because I hunch over like
I
a
literally
fucking
went to
shrimp
the
at work.
mall.
That's
I
true,
literally
me
went
too.
to the mall and I bought Now That's What I Call Music Volume 4 on CD from the music store, and I used to listen to it on my CD player.
I had a cassette player with headphones when it was unironically cool. Not like
Wow.
throwback.
I
I had a jukebox that took 8 tracks.
I remember riding in the car with my sister and my mom and putting a tape in the tape deck with a cord that came out that we'd plug into our CD player so we could play
Oh my god.
Spice World.
Yes.
And you needed that anti-skip technology in the car.
I remember buying
I
those
swear it
little
skipped
cassette
more,
tape adapters at Walmart in the automotive section.
Well, it's hypothetical. I don't know what the anti-skip technology
I have no
actually
idea what that
was.
meant. Like, I know what it's supposed to mean.
I get the idea about it.
Is the
Anyways.
laser gonna jump?
The laser was literally in
It's
there
like a
going...
needle?
Moving on from how
it was-
old we are, thank you for reminding us, Bryce.
Yeah, thanks, Bryce.
Thank you, Bryce. Another wonderful email as usual.
Loved it. Next one. I got a text from Jody this week. Quote,
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, from who?
Is he
Jody.
feeling icy?
And it says,
Who now? I can't hear you. Sorry, I'm just trying to.
here.
What did Jody say?
So Jody, I got a text on Monday. Quote, I'm going to cut a bitch.
Did you immediately know that it was about the ice,
Did not.
or did you think it was something else?
I knew it was about the pod. I was just like, I have no fucking clue what we're talking about here. And I was like, I forgot. What are you talking about? And he said, the ice. And he goes, you'll be short an ice cube. So watch out, Anthony.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know. You're a little bit closer to him, so
No, he likes me, I think. Jody, you
And
like
I'm
me, right?
feisty. I'm like a rabbit opossum.
Jody, do you like me? Like,
I think
are
you're
we
on thin
friends?
ice. He's gonna call you Caddy.
I'm just gonna call you Caddy. All right, guys.
Anyways, Jody, thank you for calling or for texting in. Thank you. We appreciate you.
God, I
So
hate
nice
you.
to have you.
Jody, I want you to know that
So great.
I'm talking over Anthony, and I put my drink in my Stanley, so that way you couldn't hear the ice.
Damn. Look at him fucking posing the fucking logo too.
Well, it's because the
Fuck
straw's
you.
facing that way. Anyways,
With that Gay Pride Thunder shirt too.
thank you. Well, the Thunder is right now in the playoffs, and so I had to stock up on my Thunder gear that I didn't realize I was out of, but they haven't been in the
yeah,
playoffs
it is
in so
spring,
long
huh?
that I didn't have any more gear
I
that fit or
know.
worked because it was old. So I was like, fuck, you have to stock up. Anyways,
Don't they have that new logo now? Or do they keep the old one?
it's still the
I
old
feel like I got a
one.
new logo.
Yeah, it's still the old one. They
Oh.
just have a Pride one on this one, but yeah. Anyways,
Oh, okay.
we also heard from Vroom Vroom Alex.
Vroom vroom. Mazda, can you imagine? He'd be so pissed.
Yeah. Anyways,
Alex, that's a work in progress.
yeah, we're still working on
we'll
it.
Get you something.
I'm gonna get you
we'll
something.
workshop.
Mazda.
Yeah. Jay, at the end of the event, it's always very sobering when they ask you to buy a BMW and then give you a pricing. It
Oh,
makes the
no.
walk back to my Honda feel so much better. And Alex, I cannot even
Yes,
begin
I
to tell
bet.
you that I know exactly how that feels.
When you told me it was $1,200 a month, I literally shit my pants.
And that was
like you almost did that one
first
day.
of all, that was more than my mortgage on the house. And second, that was after
my
putting down a
God.
substantial amount of money. Like, it just baffles me.
Okay, so back to Alex's email.
Alex went on. Oh, the reason
Yeah.
the reason he's asking is because I actually responded back after recording last week and said, "Oh man, I really love the BMW." Blah 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 blah. And we went on. Anyways, he said, "Jay, what BMW did you own? I think I missed it if you mentioned it." And we'd ended up buying a 2022 XM4, is what ours was, and
Oh,
it was
Wow.
it was fun. My brother has a 2 Series. Nice, but my disc brakes cost half of what his cost, and it's basically the same thing with any maintenance item. And then he said,
Sounds right.
Anthony and Joe, the Civic Si is basically a perfect commuter car. Can't say enough good things about that little thing. Sorry it was taken from y'all, but glad you're alive. And I've owned 6 Civics and 3 Accords. I did promise myself this would be my last Honda, but I'm basically looking at an Acura next. For those that don't know, it's basically a fancy Honda.
so real quick, I was re-listening to last week's episode when you talking about Anthony's Civic. We didn't talk about how after Anthony got his Civic Si, I got bit by the bug. And I had a 2018 Camry, and I started looking for Civic SIs myself. And I was like, well, I need the more responsible car, so maybe I'll look for 4-door Civic SIs.
Whoa.
And I did find one right here in Tulsa. It was a white 2019 Honda Civic Si 4-door sedan. And oh my God, that car was amazing. It was fun to drive. The clutch wasn't quite as good as Anthony's, but it was still great. And it was a 6-speed. It was sporty. It was fast. It was fun. It was cute. It was small. But my credit wasn't the best when I got it. So my payment was $512 a month. And after a couple of years, I was like, I need to reevaluate the situation. And then, so that's when I traded that car in and got into my current car, my 2022 Hyundai Tucson. And now I'm at $480 a month. So I saved like $40 a month and on that. And I like my car a lot now. It's utilitarian. It's still a 4-door. I have cargo space, but man, that Honda Civic, man, that was a fucking great car.
I miss my Civic all the time. What a fucking great car.
Wow, we got off topic. Joe, sorry, Alex is still
Yeah, I can't
talking
believe
to
it.
us.
What?
Joe, I remember book socks from the Scholastic Book Fair. I'll be honest, though. I was more focused on the tycoon games that I could buy with the money my parents sent me for their book socks, quote, unquote.
Roller Coaster Tycoon?
He said, growing up, I always had a computer with internet in my room, and it was used for 2 things, tycoon games and, well, you can probably guess the rest. And I don't know if you guys know what this means, but if you could tell me, there's an eggplant emoji?
Wow, you're looking up eggplant parmesan recipes in your room as a
Tycoon
child?
games and cooking?
You're so
We're really
creative.
proud of you.
I'm so glad they let your... It's so good they let you have your computer in your room as a child.
God, I was an early teen when I got mine, and that room...
You could break a blanket.
Break a blanket, that poor cart. I can't imagine what it smelled like. Because not only was I just a young boy, I was jizzing everywhere.
Obviously. Keep going.
So fucking stupid, but it's so funny.
Y'all's Spanish segment there made me cackle in the best way, which that's the third person I heard that from.
When Jay said, I like queso too, my eyes rolled so hard that I almost crashed my car off the road. Don't encourage him.
Some crosstalk for the other beardos. Heather, oh my god, thank you. I miss sales all the time.
Oh, is that regarding the Bath and Body Works sale?
Yeah.
Bryce.
Yeah.
I love that I'm getting to basically be the mediator for this. Bryce. Ugh. 8th grade teacher was my weakness. He was my music teacher for about 2 months.
Oh.
All the perfect instructions and a soft, yet strong voice / demeanor. You know the type. I literally got out of his class because I didn't...
I have no idea what you're talking
I
about.
literally got out of his class because I didn't want to pitch a tent. In the only class that I didn't have a desk to hide it with.
Jesus.
He knocks over the music stand. Oh my god, I'm so
damn
sorry.
it. Alex, how is your clarinet standing up? You're not even holding it.
Clarinet.
That's all I can think of at the moment. Anyways, Alex. Oh, then he said Mean Girls was a great choice. Totally watching it again this weekend. Perfect ending. LOL. Okay, bye, you whores. Boo, you whores. Oh, thank you, Alex. I loved that. Guys, I have one more. And it is another Apple review.
Oh, shit.
Another one?
Oh, guys, I'm crying. I'm so happy for these. Please keep doing it. I love this.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm glad that you mentioned that it had been like a full 365 plus some days, because now the reviews are coming in. Or is it 5 stars?
It is 5 stars, and it's titled "Love It!" exclamation point.
Yay!
Then continues. After being locked in the trunk of Jay's car, I was forced to give this podcast a 5-star review. This podcast is one of my favorite podcasts I've come across in years. It has good pacing, funny jokes, and I've yet to listen to one that hasn't made me laugh. The 3 hosts do a good job of quality production. If you're looking to have a gay time with jokes, stories, and games, I recommend you definitely give this podcast a try. And when I read that, all I could think of was that one episode where Anthony somehow added the burp at the end of the commercial. It was... we have great production, and it's just like...
production quality.
It was just there, and I didn't cut it. It was so amazing.
I was like, what happened?
So the problem was that I was doing my part of the editing late at night, and I was tired, and I was ready for bed, and I plugged in what I thought was the right sound, and I didn't listen to it. I just didn't listen to it, and it came out like that. And I was like, you know what?
What's weird is you had that sound stored away from somewhere, and it was just you belching and saying something.
It was like a random test for
it was it was like a random it was from series launch. It was basically
when we were testing stuff
for the podcast before the podcast came out.
I will just never forget that, because I'm listening to it in the car, and all of a sudden the commercial ends, then I hear and I was like I was like, I guess he's trying to be funny, but I don't get the joke, but I'm still laughing.
Was not on purpose at all. Nope, wasn't on purpose. It just sort of fucking
definitely
happened.
One of my favorite memories. And that's all I have on user content this week.
Well, good. Thank you guys for reaching out to us. We always appreciate it.
It's so nice to have all these.
And more reviews, please.
If you haven't done it,
if you haven't left,
get on
review,
Apple.
Leave a review.
Apple, you can write the review.
Please do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're going to leave less than 5 stars, make it funny.
You better make it real good.
Better make it real fucking funny.
If you need me to show more cleavage, I will. That's fine. Whatever.
But moving right along, does anyone have something to check out this week?
I do this week. So I figured, somewhat in line with this episode, we could talk about the show on dropout.tv called Dirty Laundry.
Yes, good one.
Yes. So it's somewhat topical. It's called Dirty Laundry. It's not about your laundry at all, Beardos. Don't worry. You won't have to do any chores while you're doing this. It is a show hosted by a woman named Lily Dew, who is so fucking good.
Listen, everyone on dropout.tv is so attractive.
And Lily is no exception. She's so fine. Anyways, not to be a raging bisexual, but so she hosts the show, and there are 4 contestants, and they come on there, and what it is she reads out a secret that is about one of the 4 contestants, and all of the 4 contestants have to vote who they think that secret belongs to. And they give out points accordingly, and it is so funny. You don't really have to know the contestants to really enjoy it, but there is a recent episode with drag queens that included Alaska, it had Katya, it had Jujubee, and then who was the 4th one, Joe?
Your mom's chest hair.
I keep wanting to say it was Bob, but it wasn't Bob.
No. She's on Drag Race right now that I'm watching. Fuck. Monet Exchange.
Oh, I saw her live.
So yeah, anyways, it's a great show. It's on dropout.tv. We've talked about this before. We love this streaming service. It is fantastic. It's the best money we spend on streaming out of all the services that we have by leaps and bounds.
Hands down. Dropout.tv is $5.99 per month, and it is put on by the creator of College Humor and the CEO, who is Sam Reich. And all of their content is created by all of them individually, and they come together and they star on each other's shows, and it's so much fun to watch them all create content together.
It's really good. And this show is called Dirty Laundry, so you can go to dropout.tv/dirty-laundry, which we'll leave in the show notes as well. But yeah, highly recommend signing up for the service. It's so good.
1000%.
Nice. I like it.
Good one, Anthony. Thank you very much. We always love a dropout.tv moment.
You're welcome. I'm underappreciated in my age.
Okay.
Anyways, do you guys think it's game time?
I think it's giggity game time.
I hope so. I'm getting tired.
From back here.
I know. I can tell. I can see you over there with your bitch face.
You mean this bitch face?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
What's your game called, Anthony? Jesus.
Oh my fucking god. This
That's the end. Next. Now.
This is a game I'm calling Fuck, Marry, Kill Chores Edition.
Oh.
I'm leaving that in, Jay. Oh.
Yeah. Don't ever take anything out anymore. I'm just getting on this.
I have a few
Heard
different
that
sets
before.
of Fuck, Marry, Kills that I've prepared. We may not use all of them depending on how long you...
Oh, we will.
No, we won't. We are too far into this. Anyways, are you guys ready? Do you know how Fuck, Marry, Kill works? Are you guys good?
I want to
Is it
joke and
3
say no,
chores?
but I don't want to delay.
Yeah.
So yes, I do know.
Thank you. It is chores. Okay.
Okay.
First one. Washing dishes, washing laundry, or washing the car. Fuck, marry, kill.
Dishes, laundry, car.
Jay, you go first.
I will fuck laundry because let's just get it out of the way, be done, have fun, live our lives, and then do it again next weekend. I will absolutely marry washing the car. I do not know what it is. I love it. And I will kill dishes. 100%. I don't want them. I will buy paper plates from now on.
Fair. I get it.
Joe?
Joe?
So I went similar. I'm going to fuck laundry because there's something therapeutic about folding laundry for me. I like to do the little snap on a shirt and then like do the clothing like underneath and put it
I don't
on a
like folding
stack.
towels.
I also like to put socks together, and so I'm gonna fuck laundry. I'm going to marry the car washing because I pay for a monthly subscription to a local car wash, so I don't ever have to wash my own car. It does it for me, and then I can vacuum whatever I want with
So you're
the free
basically
vacuums.
married now.
And then I'm going to kill dishes because I fucking hate doing dishes. But it's weird. I don't hate loading the dishwasher, but I hate unloading it. It's odd. I like to place them where I know they'll get sprayed. But I agree with you, Jay. We should just do more paper plates.
I want it to decay in my trash can.
So I am going to fuck washing the dishes because it's like a necessary evil in my world. I love cooking, so I have to have clean dishes. So it has to
Anthony,
happen,
we're talking
right?
about fucking
Like, I
them,
just-
not fucking them up.
Okay.
I love watching you two fight. It's so much fun.
I don't even think this is a real fight. What does that even mean?
I just come into
them,
Anthony's
just
screen and I
fucking
just deck him.
He comes in with my stainless steel cookware and he starts banging it over the like table and beating it up. This is what I'm talking about. This is fucking it up.
He hits you with our one hex-clad pan. Don't you fucking dare,
Don't you
bitch.
fucking dare. That's my hex
Oh,
pan.
That pan was $200.
I know the real weapon
Don't touch
now.
it.
Don't
Yeah.
you fucking dare. It's the most expensive cooking utensil I own outside of my stand mixer and my sous vide. And anyways, shut up. I'm going to marry washing the car because you guys are right. Like, it's so therapeutic.
Why is
And
it
I'm
so
going to
therapeutic?
I don't know. There's just something nice about it. My car is usually clean.
I just
anyways,
love how pretty it looks when it's done.
But it's just nice to have a clean car. I don't know what it is.
It's nice to
about
drive the clean car right after you've done it.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
that. Yeah. I like having it washed and like cleaned out all the way inside. I think that's like
I
my
love detailing the
A+
interior of my
version
cars.
that. Yeah. And then I'm gonna kill.
Come do mine next, then.
I'm gonna kill washing laundry. I love clean clothes, but good God, we have so many clothes. I feel like I could probably go several weeks without wearing the same thing.
But we don't.
Oh, we don't, but I could.
It's okay. I'll keep folding. It's fine.
Anyways, Beardos, I think I hear the music
Thank
coming
God.
back on. And yeah, thank fucking God. And it's one of those AI songs that Jay's always talking about.
Something about-
pissing his pants and shit in his pants.
Her arms fucking
I
stuck like
took a
this.
huge dump and it felt great.
Yeah, exactly. So go call our hotline real quick at 405-999-2242 and leave us a voicemail to open our next episode.
And Beardos, we're still scrolling through endless scrub brush videos on TikTok, so it's time for us to go. If you'd like to help us out, go and subscribe to our podcast so you can get reminders when we release a new episode every Sunday. We also post frequent updates on our social media for all the sundries that we add to the market.
And don't forget to rate us 5 stars and leave us a review. Those reviews are what get us found by more Beardos like you. And also, if just each one of you could tell a friend about the podcast, that would double our growth. And we would very much appreciate
And
it.
while you're talking to those friends, show them our socials. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, whatever suits your fancy. Go check us out on beardsandsundries.com or email us at beardsandsundries@gmail.com because we want to read your shit in our episodes.
Please?
So, from the three of us who have time to lean and time to clean here at the Beards and Sundries Market, make sure to...
Dust in those cracks and love yourself.
Because we already douched you. I mean, love you.
Oh my god.
Bye, boys. Applications for cleaning my house coming out soon. Bye, love you.